Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Excited to see you in another video. So usually I post a lot about applications. So today I thought I could just change the pattern a little bit. So I'm going to talk about MBTI tests today. It is basically a personality test. It's called Myers-Briggs Type Indicator test basically. So it is an interesting way to identify your strengths, your weaknesses, and also understand more about your personality. So one other interesting tip is this can actually be very helpful in your life in a lot of situations. So do stay tuned and understand the details of the MBTI test. So let me get started. So coming to the MBTI types, so basically there are 4 parameters. So I'll explain you one by one to help you understand what they mean. So the first parameter is basically between introversion and extroversion. So what does these two concepts mean? So let me give you a simple example. So suppose you go to a party and you like spending time with a lot of people and you feel that you don't get drained of your energy, you could potentially call yourself more of an extrovert. And if you're someone who can go to the same party, spend time with people, but you need those mini pauses in between to recharge your batteries and you need some alone time with yourself, you can call yourself more of an introvert. And please understand that it is more of a spectrum. So there's nothing called 100% introversion or 100% extroversion. So it's a mix of both. Each person has a mix of both qualities. And another thing, that there is a myth like saying a lot of introvert people are not good at public speaking, which is totally not true. These two do not have any direct connection. I personally know a lot of introvert people who are very good public speakers. So this is about the first parameter. So moving on to the second parameter, it is basically between sensing and intuition. So what is sensing and what is intuition? So sensing people are more past oriented, so they make their decisions based on past data and they like to stick to the status quo. Whereas intuition driven people are more oriented into the future and they are people who try to question the status quo. And so I'll give you a simple example. So basically if you had your previous birthday last year, if you're a sensing driven person, what you'll say is, so what kind of color of dress you wore, what was the type of cake you ate. These are the examples you would recollect. Whereas an intuition driven person would be more into the bigger picture, not looking at these specific details. So that is the difference between intuition and sensing. So moving on to the third parameter now, which is basically thinking or feeling. So what is the difference here? So I'll give you a simple example just to make you relate to this easier. Suppose you find a person lying down on the road with an accident. He has met with an accident. So if you're a feeling driven person, what you'll do is you'll panic a little bit, you'll feel a lot for him and thinking that okay, he might die and all these things. Whereas if you're a thinking driven person, more logical driven person, you will also have the same empathy, but your first thought would be about which is the nearest hospital. How can I take him to the nearest hospital to save him? So this is a very basic difference. There are a lot of other parameters which influence, but this can be taken as a very simple example to determine whether you are a thinking personality or a feeling personality. And finally coming to J and P, so judging versus perceiving. So what is the difference? So if you're a judging oriented person, you like to plan all your things in advance, whether it's going on a trip, whether it's your morning routine, whether it's going on outing with friends. You want to plan it properly. You always want to know what you're doing next. You're doing this after this and all this. Whereas perceiving oriented people are more going with the flow kind of people. So they are not too much bothered about over planning. So they just take life as it comes. So this is the difference between J and P. So I hope it was quite useful, these explanations. So do keep in mind there is nothing called right or wrong here. So just understand that different people are different. And the reason I made this video is because you can actually go to the website and write the MBTI test, find your personality, and then based on this you can also map your strength and weakness, which can actually help you in your application. So this was the whole idea behind this personality related topic today. So it will be quite useful, I hope. And MBTI, I think, is not a completely foolproof test. It is one of those many tests available, and all my explanations are based on my knowledge. So they might not be really 100% accurate, but I'm just trying to give an idea of or sense of what these things are about, so that you can understand yourself better. And I think this can also actually help choose your life partner in a way. So this is another secret hack you can use out of the MBTI test. So thank you all again. Keep supporting my videos, and hope to see you in another video with another interesting topic. And do subscribe to my channel. And yeah, see you.